Sir Keir Starmer, Tays, and the NHS at 77, a political plot twist no one saw coming. Right, buckle up, political junkies, because today we're talking about something that'll either make you sob into your tea or throw your crumpets at the telly. And honestly, probably both. Sir Keir Starmer just did something that's rarer than conservative politicians admitting they were wrong. He showed genuine human emotion in public, and it's all about the NHS turning 77, which, let's face it, is older than most of the equipment they are still using. Now, here's where it gets properly emotional, and I'm not talking about my reaction to the latest energy bill, though that's traumatic enough. Our Prime Minister actually tracked down Ben Huntley, the advanced nurse practitioner who cared for his brother Nick during Nick's final weeks battling cancer. Nick passed away on Boxing Day last year at just 60, and Starmer's gone and made a whole video about it. Before you roll your eyes and mutter, "Oh, great. Another political photo op. Hold your horses." This isn't your usual Westminster theatre. This is a man basically saying, the NHS isn't just a political football to me. It's literally kept my family alive. Speaking of family drama that doesn't involve arguing over the last Yorkshire pudding, Starmer's got more NHS connections than a medical soap opera. His mum worked for the NHS, then became a patient when she fell seriously ill. His sister worked for the NHS. His wife works for the NHS. And they all relied on it when Nick was fighting cancer. It's like the NHS is a family business, except instead of arguing about who gets the shop, they're all dedicated to keeping the rest of us alive. Revolutionary concept. Really, but here's where it gets interesting. And by interesting, I mean hold on to your prescription charges interesting. Starmer's not just having a weep about the good old days. He's rolling out a 10-year plan that's supposedly going to transform the NHS from barely surviving to actually thriving. The plan? Bring care closer to home, because apparently the current system of traveling 3 counties to see a GP isn't working for everyone. Shocking, I know. They're talking about neighborhood health centers open 6 days a week, 12 hours a day. That's longer opening hours than most pubs, which is either brilliant or deeply concerning about our national priorities. And here's my favorite bit. They're upgrading the NHS app. Yes, the same app that currently crashes harder than a Conservative Party conference after scandal breaks. They want to give patients more control over their care, more data at their fingertips. Because nothing says efficient healthcare like trying to book an appointment through an app that thinks you're a 45-year-old woman from Grimsby when you're actually a 30-year-old bloke from Brighton. But honestly, if they can make it work, it might just be the miracle we've all been waiting for. Imagine knowing your appointment date without having to call 17 times and speak to someone who sounds like they'd rather be anywhere else. Revolutionary. Now, let's talk numbers, because politicians love throwing them around like confetti at a wedding. Starmer's claiming they've already recruited over 6,000 mental health workers, which is fantastic because half the country needs therapy after the last few years of politics, plus 1,700 new GPS, 170 community diagnostic centers, and new surgical hubs. It's like they're actually trying to build an NHS that works. What a concept, though. I'll believe it when I can actually get a GP appointment this side of Christmas 2025. But here's the thing that's got me thinking, and trust me, that's dangerous territory. This isn't just about politics or PR. When the bloke running the country has to thank a nurse for caring for his dying brother, that's not spin. That's just being human. The NHS has been through more crises than a soap opera scriptwriter's fever dream. It's been underfunded, overstretched, and frankly held together by the sheer blood-mindedness of people like Ben Huntley who just keep showing up every day to do an impossible job. So whether Starmer's 10-year plan works or becomes another political promise that goes the way of all those oven-ready deals, at least we know one thing. The people actually doing the work, the nurses, the doctors, the paramedics, are still there, still caring, still keeping us alive while politicians argue about whose fault everything is. And that, my lovely viewers, is why the NHS at 77 is still standing. Not because of the politicians, but despite them. So, what do you think? Are you buying Starmer's NHS revolution, or is this just another case of Westminster wishful thinking? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And for the love of all that's holy, if you've got a good NHS story, share it. We need some good news for a change. And if you want more political chaos delivered with a side of sarcasm, smash that subscribe button like you're trying to get through to your GP surgery at 8 a.m. I'm UK Plug, and I'll see you next time for more political pandemonium. Until then, keep your NHS number handy and your expectations realistic.